What's up, peeps? L.R.Player here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my channel, our channel. It been a minute since I did one of these, like a solo podcast type videos. It's like one of those things, like you get so heavily motivated to do something new that like you go into it and you putting your all into it, and then it gets to a point, or it comes to a point where you don't realize that you slightly falling off, but then you kind of know that you is slightly falling off, or I should say falling back. And that's one of the things that just happened to me. Even like with my jump rope training and sometimes my street training, going to the gym, doing body weights, like I felt that I kind of allowed myself to slack off. Now, there are like reasons, life reasons, work related, being like too fatigued to carry on, etc., etc. But sometimes I feel like I shouldn't have to make that excuse or accept that as an excuse for myself. But we all just got to know that that is things that happen. Like, when we jump rope and we training, we trying to learn tricks and combinations, and we get frustrated that we know what we doing wrong, but we also know that our body won't allow us to adjust as quickly as we would like it to be. And that's kind of how I feel like when it come to me and doing podcast episodes, especially a lot of solo podcast episodes. There's like a whole lot of topics that I did want to cover from the jump rope community, things like endorsements and competitions and fashion, as far as like what we see from the community as far as the jump rope. But I felt myself falling back, and it took like people in the community, it took y'all to check in on me to see how I was doing and see like, what's coming up, what got going on, what's coming up next. And I felt like I was coming up with excuses, which I shouldn't have excuses. But like I say, things happen, and I was having a conversation with a certain friend in the community on Instagram, and how they were like getting frustrated and felt like they was hitting a plateau. So what I want to say is, plateauing is progression. Like, it's part of your progression. When you plateau, you learn to accept that this is not working at that time, but also know that you're gonna build up the mental capacity not to give up on yourself. Now, maybe you have to dial it back some. You might have to take a couple of steps back just to realize where you're messing up at. But then it comes to when you have this mental capacity, this willpower just to carry on, and next thing you know, you're not plateauing anymore. Now, plateauing may be like something like your workout got boring, or you're not excelling as fast as you like to be, so now you're not enjoying what you're doing. It can be anything from like stress from your real life, or just not understanding the skills or the tricks that you're trying to do, may not understand the movement, or not getting your body coordinated to perform these skills. But the thing about plateauing is that it's always something that you can learn from. It's something that you feel like you think about, and then you learn how to adjust around it. Plateauing might mean that you might want to pick up and learn something new. So as of lately, me personally, I kind of picked up like the gymnastic style of CrossFit. Now we talking about like bar and muscle up, kipping, rope climbing, doing exercises and skills on the gymnastic rings, which, as I can say at this moment, like, that is very difficult. Like, getting on the gymnastics ring is difficult for me. I have to figure out what muscles to incorporate at the right time, at the right moment, at the right strength capacity. So that is something that I'm going through now. And yeah, I have slowed back on like the videos and slowed back on my workout videos with the jump rope, especially with the heavy rope. I know I had slowed down a lot with the podcast and trying to get guests on, even solo scripting myself. And like I say, that's when I just realized that I just kind of hit a plateau, which I can also say that plateauing or hitting a plateau doesn't last long. It doesn't last forever. And once you realize that, you will realize that you're slowly going to pick yourself back up and get back on the hustle. You're going to get back on the ground like you was, and you're going to get back to the excitement that you felt the first time that you started something new. And you're just going to get eager again. And that's the thing about plateauing that I always say, or that I am saying, that is part of progression. So if you understand that, then you'll understand that you will be able to move on much better, much faster, which with much more understanding of what you're trying to do. And on top of that, just remember that you're not doing this alone. You might be alone, you might be working out alone, but when you got people backing you up like we have in this jump rope community, you're gonna feel all the kind of support. You're gonna feel all the inspirations that you're gonna need, and man, it's just gonna power you through your workout. So, with that being said, like I kind of dislike saying this as far as like, hey, you're gonna expect more workout videos, you're gonna expect more jump rope videos, you're gonna expect more videos with the podcast and more interviews. What I am gonna say is that me personally, I am gonna try my best to deliver to the jump rope community as far as interviews and as far as my style of skipping and training as much as I can, and explain it as better as I can to y'all, because honestly, y'all the reason why I'm in the position of doing this the way I am and how I am. So with that being said, I appreciate you. I appreciate you much. Thank you for checking out the video. Thank you for tuning in and just listen to this unscripted, unedited riff-raff rant that I'm going through right now. And just stay tuned, and I'm going to check you out in the next video. So till then,